The Witness returned Mars to your solar system. The power to move worlds will soon be yours. The Taken King will rise again. You Guardians are so clever. Tell me, what is true and what is false?
She told us, didn't she? The power to move worlds will soon be ours. She also told us the Taken King shall rise again. And we were so close last year with Ghost of the Deep. But now, it's happening. You know? It's at our fingertips, of the surface of our mind. The Taken King shall rise again. Those hidden swarm turds on the moon tried to embody him, but that wasn't enough. I think we might actually finally be able to get our worlds back, alright? Now, it's unclear how this will link to Frontiers or Behemoth. I'm excited to see, because like, apparently it's going to be all about the 9 next year, so I'm kind of excited about that. We also got that new exotic item. Is it exotic item? I think it was an exotic item. That is Curio of the 9. So, I'm interested in seeing where this might be going. Yeah, I think with the resurgence of Taken activity, you know, there's new Taken. There's new abilities they have. I don't know, is Xivu the one that's taking new things? Is the Winnower the one taking? Or is it actually Oryx, you know? I'm interested. I haven't gotten past all the Tome of Want missions yet, so if there is anything else I'm missing, it's not in this video. I know that, I think that after you finish all that stuff, there's like these audio logs you can recover, like deep sight memories. So I want to make a video about that stuff once that's out. But for now, I'm just going to be, you know, crackpot theories about what's going on here. This is kind of first impressions a week after, so I'm excited. So yeah, are we gonna get the power to move worlds back? I mean, this season we're the seasonal vendor, right? Well, I mean, I guess that tome is the shaping thing is the vendor, but you know, you can see yourself being taken in that moment when you're at the vendor, and it's very interesting, because based on the context of what Sloan is teaching us, I feel like we can assume the state of the Dreadnaught might be more similar to what Sloan and Asa experienced on Titan, and it might be what Brother Vance is going through right now. Bro's definitely dead or taken or both at this point. I don't think, like, was Brother Vance that good? The point is, like, we don't know what we're searching for in the Nether, so I don't know. But what Oryx said years ago, right? It's one of the first things he told us when we met. I have taken entire worlds. That feels like a dead giveaway, you know? I never made the connection, right? When the Witness and the Pyramids took our world, to when Oryx literally tells us, I've taken worlds. Now, I know it may be in reference to the population, right? But, come on. In one of those audio logs you get in the Dreadnaught this season, they talk about blowing up a moon. About how Xivu blew up a moon. It's like, I don't think that's what out of their power I don't think it's out of their power to have been able to take other worlds. I feel like we can assume at this point, like, he's literally taken worlds, you know? I mean, the season kicks off with the threat of inverting the EDZ. It's inversion day again, right? We're back to this. It's like, that's how he created his Ascended Space in the Dreadnaught, right? He pulled his throne world inside out into the Dreadnaught. And, you know, at the Hive, they celebrate that inversion day by pulling things inside out, which is... insane. This has to do with all the inversion stuff, and this is a lot like when the Lucent Hive were trying to manifest Savathun's throne world across the system. So it's not the first time we deal with this, but this is different. You know, it's a greater corruption than the Lucent Hive could ever push. I mean, Hive corruption is bad either way. It's still worse with whatever's Oryx is up to, or the Dread. You know, it's not clear yet who is the culprit behind all these. It's not clear who's the culprit behind all these actions yet. And, you know, I've always thought that maybe Oryx is one of the stronger antagonists we've ever faced. Now, I know we fought him when we fought him in year 2 of our lives, right? In year 2 of Destiny 1. He was stated to be stronger than Xivu Arath at most points, right? And Savathun, at least until Savathun gained the light. And Xivu became like the primary contributor to the deep, at least from the Hive. But with this Echo, I think he might be above them all once again. It's clear that everyone's kind of powerless to stop him right now. I actually think that Oryx, as in the King's Fall raid, is probably stronger than the Witness before it entered the Traveler. That Traveler boost is what I think actually put the Witness above most paracausal threats we've faced, you know? I feel like this is controversial, alright? However, the Witness's strength is kind of weird because he kind of has like cosmic, and the only reason he hasn't really died is because he's like invulnerable. That's not power. It's not strength. He just can't die, which, you know, Oryx can die, I guess. And he still faced us, you know? He took us head on. So, like, get this. This is leading to my next point. If the Witness was so sure it could have taken us in a fight, it would have exterminated us before it entered the Traveler. The link would have been established in Lightfall, either way, with or without our interference. It could have won the final shape if it weren't so damn lazy. You know, meanwhile, Oryx, he literally says, "I'm always eager to die," when he's speaking to Savathun before he goes off to fight us and takes us on, and he was gonna throw hands, right? So why do I say this? Because Oryx was never a true disciple of the Witness. You know? Here's why I think that is. Oryx has a power the Witness never had. You telling me the Witness wouldn't have won at the Tablets of Ruin to learn how to take? Would the absence of individuality not be something that the Witness would find useful to its final shape? I mean, that's why it became one, right? That's why it became the Witness. Here's the easy answer. The Witness could never take it. Because Oryx is stronger. Or an equal. Oryx was never brought down to kneel before the Witness because the only thing that Oryx ever could kneel to was the Winnower. You know? The voice beyond it all. Sure, at one point, he was definitely weaker, right? Because he had to bow to Akka. But Oryx cleaned up his house and then came back and turned Akka into his Dreadnaught. So, the Witness and Oryx had the same job. They were both knives. Both tools in the Winnower's hands. Directly wielded by them, you know? I don't think these two were business partners, alright? These guys were subordinates to the same boss. Yeah. Oryx calls to the deep, literally. Like, isn't that a thing in the raid where he goes like, oh, Oryx calls to the deep, right? When he does that new thing in the new version of King's Fall. That's why it's like, you know, the Witness says they could not tell the knife what shape to carve, right? They were knives, both of them. So, there's two rivaling final shapes. The static nothingness of the Witness, and the dogmatic hunt and sculpting of the sword. The final thing, the apex predator. All this comparison of powers is just to say if the Witness took our worlds, then I believe Oryx and the Tablets of Ruin might be the key to getting them back. Something's there. Something that will change us all. We already know it's going to shake up the whole pantheon, right? So I'm interested to see In what way Oryx has returned? What does that mean for the Pantheon? And how is this going to take us to the Winnower and eventually the final fight against Evil Wrath? It's gonna be crazy. You know, I already made a video about like the power to move worlds and the idea that those worlds are either lost or are we ever gonna get them back? Do we lose them forever? Because it was the Witness that took them, right? So I wonder, what could this mean? Why are we going around like this for relics that are related to the Ascendance base we still don't know how to use? I think this might be part of what happens post Behemoth, because I don't know how seasons and DLCs are going to be working exactly next year, because we had those 2 expansions coming out every 6 months now, and then I don't understand what seasonal stories are going to be. Like, we're not going to get episodes again, which are just longer seasons, and we're not going to get seasons again, I'm pretty sure, but we are going to have like those battle passes, I guess, but it's not clear what narrative importance they're going to have. Like, maybe there will be some content drop in the middle, but I don't think we're going to get seasonal stories no more. And so I don't think we're going to hear exactly what's going to happen this season next year. We're not going to see what actually connects it. This is going to lead us into Frontiers, but it's not going to be... I think it's just going to lead us to something about the planets and the 9, right? This is a very... but what if this, well, what if that video? But it is interesting. I also want to add, because I don't really have enough to make this its own video, but I'll add this. Embodying vengeance to revive Eris. Immediately after Eris gets downed, we already start going like, okay, we're gonna go out for revenge. We're gonna go out for vengeance. You know? This ain't like when Cade died, I mean. We're gonna go get revenge on the Hive, dude. And just like she said in Season of the Witch, they have conjured me back with vengeance. So, you know, she's the god of vengeance. She's the god of revenge. You know, the Hive got her revenge. She might have given up that power, but I don't think that necessarily means that her throne world is down. I mean, like, look at Savathun. She technically gave up her Hive power when they removed her worm in Exorcism. But her throne world still existed. And I can't remember where it was, but I'm pretty sure it was stated that the throne worlds existed before them. They just laid claim to them once they gained power. I don't know. I saw a theory. I don't remember where I heard it. It might have been Bife. I don't know. But that throne world might not be hers. It might be that she took Xivu's throne world. Which, you know, if we look at the color, yeah, that makes sense. You know, it kind of matches the theming of Xivu Arath. That very dark green is like very Xivu Arath. Savathun, we always see her with either the light teal color, you know, the teal. Meanwhile, Oryx, he's always had like, well, I don't know, I'm not sure what color Oryx really identifies with. Although his crest is red. Or like a fuchsia red. So, yeah, and then Crota, he had like a lighter green. You know, it wasn't as dark as Xivu Arath's green. So, I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting. I kind of like the idea that it's her commandeering another person's throne world. I also think that she's just laughing because despite subverting a sword logic in so many different ways, she's taken advantage of it to her fullest potential. It kind of goes back to that other video I made, How to Live Forever in Destiny, right? Where it's like there's so many ways to like take advantage of paracausal mechanics in Destiny's universe that you can kind of just live forever if you just embody an ideal. You know, Nezarek, he tied himself to fear, Literally everybody in the universe has fear at one point. Even the Witness. The Witness was afraid. Like, it's like maybe the Winnower is the only thing that hasn't been stated to have any fear yet. Because currently there's like nothing that could possibly rival it. I don't know how you fight that. You know, how's that even gonna work when we meet the Winnower? You know? He can't just be a raid boss. You know? Even the Witness wasn't just a raid boss. He escapes in the raid. And then you fight him in Exorcism. Not an Exorcism, an Incision. I don't know. There's so many immortals and like at this point I think it's just gonna have to be like accepting that the universe is just conflict, you know, as long as the Winnower exists. I don't know how you get rid of the Winnower, since the Winnower and the Gardener, they're like the two like creators of everything, right? So I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like this video has some weird energy. Right? We're at 20 minutes recording now. And I'm just kind of like, I'm reading my script that I wrote like a week ago. Like whenever I played the new season. But I'm still like ad-libbing a lot of this. Anyways, thanks for watching. This was a pretty good one, I think. I thought it was pretty productive. And I think before we close the video, I'm gonna thank the Patreon members. HT Hazard, the DPA, is an android, and Demon Fedorov at the Loyal Drone tier. Thank you for supporting me in my endeavors. It really helps me with my game development, with my video making process. Very much thank you, and have a great day, and bless this mess.
Pienso que no deberías de decir eso. Tu trabajo no es el mejor. ¡Oh! No estoy embarazada. No tengo coquito. Tú te crees fuertecito, guachín, pero yo soy más fuerte.